Marvel has given us some of the most iconic superhero stories ever told. But let's be real, not every character got the treatment they deserved. Some were wasted, sidelined, or completely rewritten in ways that left fans frustrated. So today, let's count down the top 10 characters done dirty by the MCU. Number 10, Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop came into the MCU with a bang in Hawkeye. She was witty, skilled, and instantly likable, perfectly set up to become the new Hawkeye for the next generation. Fans were ready for her to join Young Avengers or appear in Echo and beyond, but since then, nothing. She hasn't appeared in any major projects, and her story feels like it's frozen in place. It's frustrating because Marvel clearly introduced her as a major player, but then left her hanging. If Marvel wants to keep younger audiences engaged, they can't afford to let someone like Kate Bishop fade away. Number 9. Dane Whitman, the Black Knight. Kit Harington's casting as Dane Whitman in Eternals was huge news. He's a fan-favorite actor, and his character in the comics becomes the Black Knight, wielder of the mystical ebony blade. The setup was there, a mysterious weapon teased in the post-credits, even a cameo voice line from Blade. Fans thought Marvel was planting the seeds for a darker, supernatural corner of the MCU. But after that, total silence. No updates, no hints in Blade news, nothing. It feels like Marvel hyped up a big addition only to quietly shelve him, which left fans both confused and disappointed. Number 8, Taskmaster. In the comics, Taskmaster is one of the most unique villains ever created. Someone who can copy the fighting styles of any hero he sees. That should have made him a nightmare for the Avengers. But in Black Widow, Taskmaster was turned into a silent, brainwashed assassin with no personality or agency. And just when Marvel could have redeemed the character in Thunderbolts, Taskmaster was barely present and then quickly written off. This could have been a standout villain across multiple films, but instead, one of Marvel's coolest concepts became wasted potential. Number 7, Ultron. Ultron is supposed to be one of the Avengers' greatest threats, an unstoppable AI who evolves, adapts, and wages war on humanity. In the comics, his influence lasts for years, but in the MCU, he was introduced and defeated all in one film, Age of Ultron. Fans were let down by his jokey dialogue, rushed plan, and lack of menace. He should have been terrifying, not snarky. To make it worse, Marvel hasn't meaningfully brought him back, aside from a tease in What If. Ultron could have been a multi-film villain, maybe even an overarching threat like Thanos, but instead he became a one-and-done disappointment. Number 6, Malekith. Christopher Eccleston, playing Malekith the Dark Elf, had real promise. In the comics, Malekith is a cunning, dangerous villain with deep ties to Thor's mythology. But Thor the Dark World stripped away all of that, leaving us with a generic bad guy whose motivations were paper-thin. His screen time was limited, his dialogue forgettable, and his defeat anticlimactic. He's often ranked as one of the weakest villains in the entire MCU. The sad part is that Malekith could have been an epic Shakespearean adversary for Thor. Instead, he became the poster child for Marvel's villain problem. Number 5, the Hulk. Bruce Banner's journey with the Hulk has always been about identity, rage, and learning balance. Fans loved the setup in Thor Ragnarok, when Hulk had his own personality, and even a sense of humor. But when Avengers Endgame rolled around, Marvel skipped the most important part. We never saw Bruce reconcile with the Hulk. We never saw that inner struggle resolved. Instead, we just cut to Professor Hulk, a blend of brains and brawn, with the entire arc happening off-screen. For many fans, this felt like a cheat. Years of build-up gone. And while Smart Hulk has his moments, he lacks the raw, unpredictable power that made the character so compelling in the first place. Number 4, the Mandarin. The Mandarin should have been Iron Man's ultimate nemesis, a master of martial arts wielding 10 powerful rings. Instead, Iron Man 3 turned him into a joke. We got Trevor Sallery, a washed-up actor pretending to be the Mandarin, and then Aldrich Killian declaring himself the real Mandarin. Fans were furious. Years later, Marvel tried to fix it in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, giving us Wenwu, who finally felt like a worthy take on the character, but by then it was too late for Iron Man. Tony Stark never got to face his true greatest enemy. It remains one of Marvel's biggest missed opportunities. Number 3. MODOK. For years, fans wondered how Marvel would adapt MODOK, the giant-headed, bizarre villain from the comics. Unfortunately, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania turned him into Darren Cross, a failed villain from the first Ant-Man movie, now reduced to an awkward CGI gag. Instead of creepy or threatening, he was mostly played for laughs. His sudden heroic turn at the end didn't land either, making the whole adaptation feel like a parody. MODOK could have been a terrifying, weird, unforgettable presence in the MCU. Instead, he became one of its biggest jokes. Number 2. Gorr the God Butcher. When Christian Bale was cast as Gorr, expectations went sky high. Gorr in the comics is one of Marvel's darkest villains, a ruthless killer who wages war on the gods. Bale's performance was chilling and intense, but the script of Thor: Love and Thunder barely gave him anything to do. We hardly saw him kill any gods at all, which completely undermined his name and reputation. The movie focused more on comedy than on making Gorr truly terrifying. Fans walked away feeling like Bale was wasted, and one of Marvel's most dangerous villains turned into a background character. Number 1. War Machine. James Rhodes has been a core part of the MCU since the beginning, Tony Stark's closest ally and one of the most loyal Avengers. But Secret Invasion delivered one of the most frustrating twists yet, revealing that Rhodey may have been replaced by a Skrull as far back as Civil War. That means the Rhodey who fought alongside Tony, who said goodbye to him in Endgame, wasn't even the real Rhodey. It cheapens years of emotional storytelling and undermines his entire character arc. Fans were outraged, and for good reason. This reveal didn't just do Rhodey dirty, it did Tony dirty too. So there you have it, 10 characters that Marvel completely dropped the ball on. From sideline heroes to wasted villains, these are the stories that remind us the MCU isn't perfect. But what do you think? Which character do you feel was treated the worst? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you agree, and don't forget to subscribe to Harington for more Marvel breakdowns and deep dives.